Ha llegado el día que esperamos tanto, el día que soñé varias veces y anhelé junto contigo.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm actually excited to do this video. Today we are talking about color grading, and not just about color grading, but I'm gonna kind of go through color grading Canon C200 footage. I know a few days ago I posted on my YouTube channel, like, what do you guys want to see? And most of you guys voted do a color grading video. So before I jump into this, I just want to let you guys know real quick what my setup was when I shot this video. Of course, I'm using the Canon C200, and I shot all of our B-roll in RAW. That was, obviously like the 2-minute long clip that I turned into the client. We did that in RAW. But we also shot the ceremony and the whole entire vow, the speech and all that. We didn't shoot that in RAW. We shot that just in the 8-bit MP4 files. The only reason why we wanted to shoot this wedding in RAW is because we knew that we're going to be turning in a 2 to 3 minute long wedding clip. So I was kind of like, you know what, we can afford it. We could go ahead and try this out. So let's jump right into the screen right here. I'm going to be doing some screen recording and showing you guys how I'm dealing with this footage. So let's jump right in. Before I jump into this, I do want to tell you guys, make sure you guys expose the best you can when you guys are out shooting. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Sometimes you got to hit record, especially in a wedding. But if you guys do your best to expose correctly, then color grading will be fun. It'll be simple and it will be fast. If you guys do not check your white balance or your exposure, then you're going to spend a lot of time in color grading or color correcting your footage, and it's going to get a little frustrating and it's not as fun. So I'm going to go over what I do, and what I do is very simple. I only do 3 different things right here on the side, and that is it. I don't do a lot in color grading. I will show you guys step by step what I'm doing. So let's get started. In this clip right here, I always start with a color wheel. And in my color wheel, the first color wheel that I start with, I just correct my exposure, my white balance, the way my shot is exposed, highlights and shadows. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pull my image because it's a log footage right now, and I'm gonna make it into Rec 709 and check it out, see how it looks. So I bring down my shadows. When I bring down my shadows, I pretty much bring them down to the 0 line. And my highlights, I'm going to bring it up to about 100. Once I do that, I'm going to add some saturation to this shot. And when I add some saturation to this shot, now I can judge this shot and see if is it too warm, is it too cold, is the tints off. And if I feel like this shot is too cold, then I can make that adjustment right now with the temperature slider. Or if I feel like the shot has too much magenta in it or too much green in it, then I can adjust this tint slider right here. I will do that in this first color wheel. The way I'm seeing this shot right now, I think it looks pretty good. If anything, it might be a little in the, a little too hot, a little on the warm side. So I'll grab the temperature slider and I'll pull it back a little bit. This is, personal preference. There's not a right or wrong way. It just depends on how you guys like your shots to look. So once I'm done with this, that looks pretty good to me. This is before, this is after, before and after. Once I'm done with this, then I'm going to add a LUT. And when I add a LUT, depending on what you guys have, but the ones that I use 90% of the time are the White and Reverie LUTs. These are just excellent. They're perfect for the type of work that I'm doing, and I like how these LUTs work on my footage. I'll use the 01, and it's up to 100 right now, the opacity, and it looks really good. This is without the LUT. This is with the LUT. Without and with. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna add a second color wheel. On the second color wheel, I will stretch my shot, and on this shot, this is where I'm gonna add my creativity to it. If I want to add a little bit of blues in the shadow, or if I want to add a little bit of green in the shot, just for the look of the tone of the shot, then I will do that on the second color wheel. On this, looks really good to me. I'm gonna bring up the highlights a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little more saturation. And I honestly don't, if you don't know what else to do to your shot, just don't do nothing. That means you're done. Like right here, I don't know what else I would do to this shot. I think I'm done right here. I'm gonna hit play and see how it looks. That looks really good to me. Like I honestly, I love how that looks. It's not really calling the attention on the color grade, but it looks really good. I mean, this is recorded with a Canon C200, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm switching over to Canon when it comes down to filming also, because it's just so simple, it's so fast, and it's so easy to color grade. I'm done with this clip. This is before, this is after. Before, after. And I'm very happy how that looks. I'll do one more clip, one last clip. I'll do this one pretty fast. I'm gonna add a color wheel. I'm gonna pull my shadows, raise my highlights, add some saturation. This shot looks really good. There's some, I'm gonna add a little bit of green to this. Now this one, I don't really want to expose her skin tone correctly because it's kind of like a silhouette. So I'm okay with her being a little underexposed. I'm kind of going more for a landscape shot, and I'm going for like the sky, the background, the water, and she's there, like they're both there, but I'm not trying to expose their skin tone very bright, because if I do, then I might blow out my highlights. And now you can't really see the sun the way I want it to. So I'll go back to the way I had it. I'll add a LUT. And I'll add a second color wheel. And that's pretty much it. That's it, guys. There's nothing else that I would do to it. This is before. This is after. Before and after. I try my best to keep it simple and not to overcomplicate it. There's people that I've seen, or there's other videos that I've seen, other tutorials that I've seen that are just crazy, and they freak me out, and I get all scared color grading because I'm like, dude, I don't know how to do all that stuff, or that's way too much work when it comes down to color grading. But the way I'm doing it like this, I'm not saying this is the correct way and the only way to do it. I might be doing some things wrong technically, but it's not about, you know, what's right on the book or what's wrong. It's just about what looks good to you and what your personal flavor is. My clients, when I turn this footage in, they're not asking me like, did you use an HSL slider, or did you add this? Like, they don't care what I did over here. They just look at the footage and they say, wow, we love it. And that's all that matters. If you guys want to try this out, feel free, try it out. Use your LUTs. If you guys have other LUTs, try them out. But these are the ones that I'm sticking to because these are the ones that look really nice. And let me know how this works out for you guys. I just want to share my way of, you know, how I color grade this video. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys taking some of your time. I will catch you guys on our next video. Peace.